Hello students, welcome to this lecture. In this lecture we are going to see some of the problems over EMF method and the ZPF method. So here it comes first problem. A three-phase star connected alternator is rated as 1600 kVA, 13500 volt. The armature effective resistance and the synchronous reactance are 1.5 ohm and 30 ohms respectively per phase. Calculate the percentage regulation for a load of 1280 kilowatt at the power factors of the unity. So, and also for the 0.8 lagging and 0.8 leading. So we need to find out the percentage regulation for the three values of the loads. It has been given like it is a star connected alternator, three-phase alternator, and the ratings also given. The kVA ratings and the voltage ratings have been given. The effective resistance and the synchronous reactance values are also being given per phase values, and the values which are given over the voltage values which are given are the line to line voltage values. So first we need to find out what is the IL value from the three-phase power equation, which is equal to the root 3 VL IL cos phi. Since we are having three cases of the power factors, we need to find out the IL values for each and every power factor values, because in the equation itself we have the cos phi value, so we need to put those values whichever corresponding to the given questions. So for the first value we need to find out the IL value as an 0.8, which is we are having two values of the 0.8, one is lagging and another one is leading. So the three-phase power is going to be 1280 because the load is going to be the particular output power. So 1280 into 10 power 3, which is equivalent to the root 3 the VL value, because the given value is on line to line voltage value. So we need to put that value in this particular calculation. So 13500 into IL into 0.8. So if you calculate the value, IL which will be 68.43 amps. Since we know the cos phi is going to be the 0.8, if you take the inverse cos transform, so we will be having the phi value, and from that if you want to find out the sin phi value, which is going to be 0.6. The RA value which is given as 1.5 ohm and XS which is going to be 30 ohm. Our the phase to phase value, that is the VP, which is going to be the 13,500 divided by root 3, which is equivalent to 7794.5 volts. So for the leading power factor, the first question is going to be for leading power factor. So for leading power factor, our formula will be root of Vp cos phi plus Ia Ra the whole square plus minus Vp sin phi plus Ia xs the whole square. So that formula has been converted into the EP square, which is equivalent to the Vp cos phi plus Ia Ra whole square and so on. So we can put those values whichever we have seen in the in this particular section. We will be putting the Vp as 7794.5, the cos phi value, Ia will be 68.43 and Ra will be 1.5, and the sin phi value will be 0.6 and the XS value which is going to be 30. If you calculate the EP value, which is going to be 6859.6 volts. So by using that value and the terminal voltage value, that is phase to phase value, we can find out the voltage regulation as shown here. So the voltage regulation is going to be minus 11.99%. So for the unity power factor, we need to find out the IL value as shown. So for the unity power factor, the IL value can be found out from the equation called root 3 IVL IL cos phi. So since it is going to be unity power factor, we need to put 1 for the cos phi. So if you put those values and we can cross multiply the values from the right hand side to the left hand side, we can get the 1280 into 10 power 3 divided by root 3 into 13,500. So we will be getting the IL value which is equivalent to 54.74. So from the discussion of the unity power factor uh, phasor diagram, we can come to know that EP is equal to root of VP plus IARA the whole square plus IAXS the whole square. So we can write it is EP square which is equivalent to VP plus IARA the whole square and so on. So we can put those values whichever we have seen for the previous case 2, that is VP is equal to 7794.5. The IA value which is found out for this particular power factor which is going to be 54.74 into RA value will be 1.5 and XS value will be 30. So if you substitute those values, we will be getting EP value as 8046 volts. And from this particular equation of voltage regulation, we can find out the voltage regulation as 3.227 because we will be putting the EP value as 8046 and the VP value which is given in the problem like 13,500 divided by root 3 which is going to be 7,794.5. So if you put these values in this particular equation, we will be getting 3.227%. And for the lagging power factor, the formula will be root of VP cos phi plus IARA the whole square plus VP sin phi IAXS the whole square. Since we have found out the IL value for the 0.8 power factor, that can be used here also. It can be either lagging or leading, whatever it may be. We can find out for that particular 0.8 power factor. We can use that particular formula whichever is corresponding to the lagging and the leading power factors. So putting those values in our equation, EP is equal to root of VP cos phi plus IARA the whole square plus VP sin phi plus IARA the IAXS the whole square. We can get the answer like EP is equal to 9244.4 volts. We can get the voltage regulation from this equation like 18.6%. So the next problem will be 5000 kVA, 6600 volt and a 3-phase star connected alternator has a resistance of 0.75 ohm per phase. Estimate by the zero power factor method the regulation of for the load of 500 ampere at the power factor of unity from the following open circuit and the full load zero power factor curves. It has been given the open circuit terminal voltage and that is the open circuit characteristics readings like field current and the open circuit terminal voltage, and also the saturation curve of zero power factor which is found out by by connecting the pure reactive load, that is purely inductive load, across the terminals of the alternator. We will be getting the readings over here. So we can plot these values in a graph like OCC curve as shown in this particular figure, and also the ZPF curve which is drawn by using this particular readings. So by using this graph only we are going to dealing this problem. So after drawing these two curves, we can draw the AGL, that is the air gap line curve, by making the tangential curve of this particular OCC. We can get this particular air gap line. So after getting these two particular curves and also the AGL, we can come to that the OB dash, which is mentioned here. OB dash will be 32 amps. So that particular 32 amps OB dash will be taken as an base. We will be drawing that particular 32 amps line from this particular B point, because this particular 6600 volt line to line will be our given voltage, that is the rated terminal voltage of the machine. So by drawing that line across this particular OCC and the ZPF, that particular line will be cutting ZPF curve over this particular B point. So after getting this B point, take 32 amps length of line to be drawn to this particular K. So after drawing this K, just join this particular K and this point by drawing a parallel line over this air gap line. So by drawing the parallel line, we can get this particular line. So after getting this particular C point, just connect B and C and give one particular perpendicular line from C to this particular point. So here we can measure the values of the dB, which is going to be the field current which is used for supplying the voltage drop due to the armature reaction. So that is going to be one section, and another one is going to be the field current which is required for supplying the voltage drop due to the armature leakage reactance. So those two values can be found out here, like it has been given as the 25 amps, which is the field current which is to overcome the armature reaction on the load, and the leakage reactance value which is going to be found out by this distance of DC. So that particular distance has been given as 900 volt, which is the data which is taken from this particular graph itself. So that is going to be the line to line voltage. Since we need to have the per phase values, we need to divide this particular line to line voltage by root 3. So 900 divided by root 3 will be the value of the armature leakage reactance drop. So that particular voltage will be 579.6 volts. Since we are having a load which has been connected to the alternator as an 500 amps load, so we will be having that particular value as an IA. So IA is equal to 500 amps. So from this we can find out the XL, like 900 divided by root 3, which is also divided by 500. So we will be getting the value of 1.039 volts. So first taking, we need to find out the voltage regulation for the unity power factor. Since it is going to be unity power factor, the phasor difference between the voltage and the current which is out of the alternator will be in phase. So we will be having the reference vector which is for 0 degrees. So we will be having this IA as a 500 amps 0 degree. So that can also be converted into rectangular form, like 500 plus J0. So for the VP, which is for this unity power factor, which is going to be the base vector, which is also given as 0 degree. So 6600 divided by root 3 of angle 0 degree, which is also going to be given as 3810.6 angle 0 degree, which is per phase value. So by using this per phase value, we can find out the generated voltage E is equal to Vp plus Ia ZL. this ZL can be expanded as RA plus JXL. So we can write VP plus IA, RA plus JXL. So we can substitute these values. So VP has been given as 3810.6 plus 5, this IA is going to be 500. The whole bracket, the bracket have to come here. Like this RA is going to be 0.075 plus XL is going to be, that is the IA XL is going to be, the wholly it is going to be 576.79.6. So that has been included here. So by adding these values, we can, and converting into the rectangular polar form, we will be getting the 3883.83, the angle of 7.69. Just note that this particular angle is going to be a current which is leading this particular angle, which is also an addition of 90 degree. So we need to have that particular current which is as a projection to this particular EG. So we need to take that particular point over this particular open circuit characteristics. So we have to find out 3883 line which is on this particular OCC curve, and getting the perpendicular projection, and if you are getting that particular IF, we will be getting that particular IF as 78. That particular IF will be having the current as an leading to this particular EG by 90 degree, and also this EG having a particular angular difference of 7.69. So we can add these two lines as 97.69 amps. So from this, the current which is IAR, which is also in phase with IA, we can add, we can have that particular line, current as a 25 amps, because that IF is going to be the field current which is required to overcome the armature reaction on the load. So by adding that value as an IAR, and we can have that particular IF plus IAR, which is also equivalent to IR. But we need to find out what is IF over here. So just pushing this IAR into this particular side, we will be having IR minus IAR, which is equivalent to IF. So putting these values, finding the value IF, which is equivalent to 85, which is an angle of 114.6 amps. So we will be having the IF, the new IF of this particular problem as 85. So by getting that particular 85 projection from this particular OCC, we will be getting that particular projection on this OCC and getting the value of open circuit line voltage, which is given as 7000 volts. But here also the line, the particular voltage given on this particular OCC curve will be a line to line voltage. So we will be getting that particular line to line voltage into phase to phase voltage, like dividing by √3. So we will be getting the value of 4041.6. So from that we can find out the voltage regulation as 6.06%. Thank you.